Hello, Gage. Good to see you. Hello, Nicholas. Thanks for joining. It is the Sega Saturn's 30th birthday. And it's also my buddy Matt's birthday, too. So, eventually, I'll have to get off here because I do want to play some video games with him for his birthday. But, we're going to play a little bit of Sega Saturn this evening because it's 30 years old. I did not get into the Sega Saturn when it was relevant. However, I think probably the first Saturn that I got was in 2015 or so, and I've enjoyed the hell out of it. And it's a great underrated system. And I'm going to show you just how underrated this sucker is. Now, what we're looking at right now is an arcade game that has a wonderful Saturn port. I believe this was also on the PC Engine. This is one of my favorite Saturn games. This is Liquid Kids. And it's got a Japanese name that I do not know how to pronounce properly, anyway. But you can see it's a platformer. And you got a little hippo fella here that throws these little water balls. Oh, and you don't want to do that. You definitely don't want to do that. So the idea is that you just make it through the game, you freeze your enemies, and then you touch them. Don't touch them while they're not frozen. Then you make it to the end of the level. It's a really fun game, really difficult game, especially in the later levels. But I have beaten this one at some point in my life. A few years ago, actually. It took me a lot of time to be able to do such a thing. But it's a really simple game. It's just throw the water and then jump. But you got to be really careful. Like that fire, I would not even dream of trying to jump over that, because it would damage me. So I think probably one of the reasons why the Saturn did not do so hot in America was the fact that it released at this time. It was May 11th. And that was probably not the wisest decision for them to release a new console this time of year. But in addition to that, I think the Saturn was just completely misunderstood at the time. It was a 2D powerhouse at a time that 3D graphics were really starting to take over. I should not have gone through this door. Yeah. Oh no! Get me up there. There we go. But still, great game. If you can get past the cutesy graphics, they don't bother me too much. I'm digging the music, man. Some of the music in this game, you would think it's like extremely cutesified, and for the most part it is, but from a musical standpoint, it's very complex stuff. And I've attempted to arrange some of this for guitar, obviously for just my enjoyment. But this is the first of many Saturn games that I think we're going to jump into this evening. In other YouTube news, I'm putting together a new YouTube series. I don't want to give it away just yet, but it's going to be a brand new thing focused around some retro controllers, and I'm really excited about that. Yeah. I wish I had pulled the trigger on that Saturn back then, but I didn't. It would take me another 5 years to be able to afford it. But you know what's crazy is that, you know, back then, I don't know how much the Saturn was going for in 2010, but when I got it in 2015, that Saturn was like $60, and it came with the controller and everything. But now, I don't know how much they're going for now. I can only assume that it's a lot more than that. And that was an American... I don't like that. Okay. It was an American Model 2. What I'm playing on right now is a Japanese Model 1. Guess I'm not going up there. I really would like to go up there, though. That's the easier route. I cannot stand these. Yeah, can't stand these little green fish. Their hitbox is so wide, and they're assholes. Cal-X, good evening. Thanks for joining. It really is, man. This is a pretty game, and this is one of the few examples, I think, of a Saturn game the way it's supposed to be. Like, this is such a gorgeous 2D game. And look at those backgrounds, too. I mean, it's pretty. And I love the music on this level in particular. It's very, I don't know how to describe it, very jazzy, but at the same time it fits that water theme like perfectly. Alright. So this is where it takes me a minute to get through, because you have to go all the way across, and these little fish guys do not make it easy. And they keep falling from the sky, and they come from under. Yeah, that's that hitbox is ridiculous. But it's fine. It's fine. Maybe I'll just go for it this time. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's right. Chocolate cake, baby. I don't need to deal with those anymore. Yes, I do. Oh my god. That's the other difficult part about this game, is that they pop out of nowhere. They have these like fire gates they just pop out of, like right there. Don't appreciate that. I'm assuming that my audio is good. I haven't streamed in quite some time, so I didn't really change anything. And I know that every game and system has like a different level of volume. But I think based on what my levels are saying here, everything looks pretty good. I just don't know if the game's loud enough. I know it's definitely not too loud at this point. Uh-huh. Oh my god, these assholes. Come on, pop up. Pop on up. Oh god! Oh, they'll get you on that corner. That's why I had to jump off. But anywho, I really do like the Saturn a lot, and I hate that I missed out on it when I was a kid. But then again, I think it's a common thing. I've heard multiple YouTubers that are into video games say that they just never heard of the Saturn back in the day. And I was the same case. I never knew it existed. I knew all about the N64 and of course the original PlayStation, but had no idea that there was an option for another console at that point. Thank you, Gage. Audio's good. I have been playing the Oblivion remake. Now, I actually started the Elder Scrolls series with Skyrim, like most people did. I actually didn't play Oblivion back in the day, but I do have it. I've had it on the 360 for a long time, and I remember playing through it a little bit, but I didn't get too far in it. But no, I'm really enjoying it. So that was a really smart move on their part, because it's a service to the hardcore fans that really enjoyed that game, but it's also a brand new way for new people to try it out while we're waiting on that Elder Scrolls 6, which I'm convinced may never come out at this point. I think that release trailer was what, 2018? Or that teaser trailer? So See, this yellow stuff. The yellow stuff hurts, man. It's a one-hit death on this game. Now you come under. That's right. Now I gotta jump. Gotcha. Dead. Yeah, we'll do one more. We'll do one more and then we'll switch games. Has anyone here ever played a Sega Saturn game? Because I have a few ideas of where to go next. I figured I'd just be playing some of my favorites here. I'm pretty sure I have Cotton too. That's one of the ones that I haven't played too much of. That was a dumb thing for me to do. I'll give it a try if I have it. I'm pretty sure I do. Let's see. Let's take a look-see. No, I don't believe that there is a Power Rangers game on the Sega Saturn, unfortunately. Let's see. If I could do some trivia on the Saturn. I know that Tomb Raider was actually supposed to be a Saturn game. I believe it came out first on the Saturn, but then the PlayStation got a port of it, and it was just so popular, and the Saturn wasn't. Cotton 2, I do have that. Let's give that a shot. Now, is this the first-person one, or is it the side-scrolling? Because I'm so stupid when it comes to Cotton games. Okay. I do not want to save the game. Additional voice samples. Side-scrolling, okay. I played 4 hours of Magic Knight Ray Earth today. See, that's another one that I'd like to get into, but my problem is that I have a difficult time committing to long games like that, long story-driven games. And my style these days is more ADHD, I guess, than that. Stuff like this, you know, it's just a shooter that you can just jump into and have a good time. Okay, let's give it a shot. I guess we'll do the arcade mode. I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. Never played this before, I don't think. Far south of the fairy kingdom of Filament was the Pumpkin Kingdom. The people there lived peacefully because of their treasure, the Water Willow, which had hidden magical powers. One day, the headstrong Princess Aplee wanted to use the Willow's powers to fulfill her own wishes. So at midnight, when everyone was asleep, she took it from the castle in secret. But at that moment, a strong wind surprised her and blew Aplee all the way to the forest at the edge of town. There she noticed that she had lost the willow. "This is bad," she shouted, as she began to search frantically. Then... Huh? Hey, you! You there. Ouch. What was that for? Okay. I'll just play the game. I'll just play the game at this point. This was originally on Neo Geo Pocket and PC Engine. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, okay. So this is not a hold the button sort of situation. It's a button mashing sensation. Unless I'm just missing something. There's your special. Okay. Where's my turbo? My turbo! Where's that? Oh man, my wrist is gonna fall off. I see that you guys are typing things in the comments, but I can't look. I will surely die. Yeah, I'm dead. I didn't like the Genesis version. I've never played the Genesis version. I tell you, this game is cool, but I do not like having to keep mashing the button to shoot. I have been spoiled by so many games, so many shooters that let you auto-fire. Going back to it is very difficult. I mean, it's not. I'm fine. I'm just complaining about it. A Mr. Davis shout out. So Gage and I went to school together, and we had a teacher named Mr. Davis, and we still reference him to this day because he's such an interesting character. He could not open his eyes. That's how old he was. So his eyes are like this all the time. Not because he's on drugs or anything, he's just old. And he's an old soul. And I won't mention, well, I guess I will mention your last name, Gage, because it's on YouTube right here, so might as well. But Gage, his last name is Percival, and this dude called him Mr. Purposeless, which I just found really mean. But coming from an old person, it's fine, I guess. We'll let that slide because he's old. Yeah, this is a difficult game. This is kind of a difficult game, and it's just because of the button mashing that has to go with it. A lot of button mashing. I'll try one more level here, and I'm going to move on to something that I'm probably a little better at least. It is a cool game. It's a very cool game. I think the Cotton games are just ones that I haven't spent a lot of time with, but I've played several games that are like this, like Magical Chase on the PC Engine. I'm pretty sure that one came first, maybe? I'm not sure. But the only reason I even know about that game is because it's so expensive. And so really virtually the only way to play it, unless you are a multi-millionaire, is to emulate it or play it on a flash card, which is how I do it. But I do like that game a lot, and I can definitely see the similarities between the two. Oh, God. Pumpkin Man. Okay. I suck at this game. Yeah, you definitely can get a reproduction for super cheap, for the most part. I know it would look great on a shelf. It would look really cool. But I can't justify spending money on a reproduction when I could just put everything on a flash card, you know? And, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, reproductions. I don't think I own a reproduction at this point in my life. I don't know if I ever will. Because I would just rather collectively spend that money towards EverDrives, which I have a ton of. Let's see what else. Let's try. That's a new patch for Doom. Somebody, I forget the name. I feel really, really bad. But somebody's been working on fixing the Doom port for the Saturn, which is really, really cool. Let's play some Fighters Mega Mix. Why not? Yeah. So we actually we have been getting into Tony Hawk. So every Monday night, usually, I've got my local buddies come over and we have like a retro video game night. All of us that have kind of been hanging out since middle school. There's like 4 of us collectively, and we've been rotating between Mario Tennis and like Ghouls and Ghosts. We've been playing through the Shinobi arcade port that just got ported over to the Neo Geo CD, which is a lot of fun. But we've been playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 on the Dreamcast, and we've really been hitting hard on that one. Well, I think it's been a couple of weeks that we've been into that one, but it's a really, really fun game. Super fun game. And it's one of those that's like, you think about it after you put it down, you know? It's like, I could have gotten a higher score than I actually did. That kind of thing. I haven't played the remakes or the remasters or whatever the hell it is, but my girlfriend Emily has, and she really, really, really likes it. I know that the remakes of 3 and 4, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 are coming out later on. But yeah, it is one of those games that you can just play all the time, either whether you're by yourself or with a bunch of friends. And it's a fun game because it's mindless, you know. Yeah, you could really get into it and think about all the moves and stuff that you could do, but ultimately you can just sit there and turn your brain off and just play and try to get the high score. It's a really fun game. Okay, so this is Fighters Mega Mix, and I'm not sure why my save file isn't loading here, but this is a really interesting 3D fighting game. So I don't have all the characters unlocked, but you can unlock a lot of weird characters for this fighting game, including the car from Daytona, USA. And I'm not going to be able to unlock it in this video because it would just take me forever playing through it to unlock everything. But it's super cool. It's super awkward to have a car like standing on its rear axle and using its tires on the front to punch. It's ridiculous and completely stupid. But I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the weird stuff like this from Sega, for sure. Okay, we'll do the novice trial. Why not? I'm a little bit rusty on this game anyway. I'm pretty sure this one has a dedicated block button, which would be A, right? Yes. And there they go. This one's like, you'll see. Eventually, it gets really ridiculous with the way that you can knock people out of the ring. Like we're just fighting in a square right now, but it can get pretty ridiculous. You can knock clothes off and they go flying. And this is just like an infinite plane that just goes on forever. Okay, there it is. Charge up kick there. Yeah, she went flying, dude. Boom! That's like some Matrix style kicks there. At the end of the first one when Neo's in the hallway. He does that unnecessary turn with his leg out. It's a great movie. Whoa! she's privy to it now, so I can't do it again. Yes, I can. Roundhouse kick to the face. Oh, yes. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah, it would be cool to play some Soul Calibur. I would love to do a live stream with my buddy Jonathan, because that's our game, man. We've played that for a long time. And it would be cool to kind of either do a live stream or just a video in general of going through like all the Soul Caliburs together. I think that's a great idea, actually. So we'll just like we'll do like a tournament style, you know, but with every single Soul Calibur game. So, you know, Soul Calibur 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'll pick my favorite character. He'll pick his favorite character from each of the Soul Caliburs, and we'll just have like a tournament like that. That sounds like a fun time. You know, I was talking to Corey, you know Corey. I was talking to him the other day about, with all these hacks and you know, retranslations and stuff that people have done with all these games. Link was in Soul Calibur 2. That was exclusive to the GameCube version. And there were 2 other versions of Soul Calibur that had exclusives, and that was Heihachi on PlayStation 2, and then I believe it was Spawn on the original Xbox. Why hasn't someone done a hack to where you can play all 3 characters in one build of the game, no matter which console it is? And that could be a thing already, but as far as I know, it's not. And I can imagine that the only reason why is because it's probably very difficult to do. But I would love that, man. That would be a hack that I would really see a lot of value in. Being able to play like the Xbox version with Link, because to my understanding, the Xbox version is like the highest quality visuals, and you know, it's in 480p, and it probably looks the best. Yeah, I think that would be a really, really cool idea. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So the characters for Soul Calibur 4, the extra ones, it was all Star Wars stuff. And you're right, on the 360 it was Yoda, and on the PlayStation 3 it was Darth Vader. But at that time you could download there was exclusive characters as DLC. So if you were on the PS3 and you wanted Yoda, you could pay for him and download that. But ever since Disney acquired Lucas, or acquired Star Wars from Lucas, George Lucas, all that was shut down. So I'm pretty sure the PlayStation 3 store shut down a little while ago. I might be wrong about that. I don't keep up with it, but I was there a long time ago, a few years ago, trying to download that DLC, and it showed up on the store, but there was just no link to purchase it, and it didn't say like not available or anything. It was just like it just never existed. The only evidence is that there's a picture of it, which is crazy, but I guess that's how licensing works, and it's just a damn shame. So to this day, if you wanted to have all of those DLC characters, the only way to do it is to say ARG and Yo-Ho and Why's the Rum Gone? Which is a shame, but that's the way it is. But yeah, I think Soul Calibur 4 is probably my favorite. It's really close, man. I really have fond memories of Soul Calibur 5 as well. I love the storyline on that one. I love the Patroclus and Pyrrha sort of storyline. She better not get me here. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, she's tough. Come on, I gotta at least make it through the novice. Ah. Gotcha. Jump Ultimate Stars. I've never... No, I don't think I've ever heard of that before. It's interesting, though. I actually watched GameSack, one of my favorite retro YouTubers today. Just put out a new video on the DS today. This morning, or late last night, rather. I watched it this morning. There's a lot of games on the DS. The DS is a lot like the PS2 because it was so popular and it was around for so long. There's just a ton of games for it. And I found some in that video of his that I've never heard of before that I would like to check out. There's just a bajillion games for that system. I forget how to grab. Is it B and A? Yeah. But that's a crappy grab. I just grabbed him and threw him away from me. Can't remember how many stages. I think there's 8 stages on this one, and then I'm gonna check out something else for you guys. Do we have any requests? We're just playing Sega Saturn tonight because it is the 30th birthday of the Sega Saturn, so we're giving it some extra love. She is just awful, man. She's I remember the difficulty getting up there. She's really tough. Oh, booty bounce. I'm just going to spam this punch. Boom, done. Oh, wow. Yeah, that does sound pretty cool. Oh, Mr. Sexton. Good evening. We were just talking about you. Oh, with the booty bounce finish. What you getting up to tonight, Mr. Sexton? It's Mr. Thomas's birthday, as well as the Sega Saturn's birthday. So I figured I'd jump on here and play a little Sega Saturn for a little while, and then I'm gonna play some stuff with him. But there's Fighter's Mega Mix for you. It's a pretty cool fighting game for the Saturn. So I think I'll do one more this evening. Or maybe 2 more, I don't know. I've got to show off Bulk Slash because it got an English translation recently, a few years ago, I believe. This is my favorite Sega Saturn game, bar none. It is such an interesting game, and I've never played anything like it since. And it's such an anime explosion. I mean, it's everything that you would imagine a mech anime should be.
Sergeant, first class reporting. I'm here to help, Chris.
So I just picked up this girl,
Straight
right?
ahead. Wow.
Now we're flying. We're flying. We're in the sky. And she's helping me destroy all these
Nearing target.
bad things.
Straight ahead. Wow. To the right.
Now, I forget. Okay. That's not...
Straight ahead.
Okay, so it's A.
Straight ahead.
I forget what slows me down.
Wow.
But this is probably one of the
To the
prettiest
rear.
games on the system, I would say. Okay, it's C that slows you down. I
Straight
got
ahead. Target destroyed. Remaining
Okay.
4 targets. Shield recovered. Straight ahead. To the rear.
you. And, you know, the Saturn's supposed to be a 2D powerhouse, not that great at 3D games. There is a lot going on screen with very minimal slowdown, which is really insane.
Straight ahead. Target destroyed. Remaining 3 targets. Wow.
Where do I
To
go?
the left.
Thank you. Where do I go now?
Straight ahead.
Thank you. Isn't she nice?
Nearing target. Straight ahead.
She's very helpful. And she makes that noise when I get hit.
To the rear.
Alright, slow down a little bit. There's my
Nearing
target.
Straight ahead. Target destroyed.
Ugh.
Remaining 2 targets. Shield
2
recovered.
targets left, baby.
Straight ahead.
Uh-huh.
Straight ahead.
Uh-huh.
Straight ahead.
Straight ahead.
Target. Straight ahead. Target destroyed. Remaining 1 target. To the left.
Da 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 da. Stop hitting me.
Straight ahead.
You know, this is another one that I haven't beaten yet.
To the left.
But
Wow.
I got really close.
Target destroyed.
The last mission is just really,
I'm
really
picking up
tough.
a bogey. Mass is extremely large. Shield
Now it's
recovered.
time for a boss battle. Oh, I've got a lot of comments here. That's hard to manage while also playing a game like this, so I'm going to pause here in a second.
To the rear.
Okay, so Cordell Simmons is asking, are you using an original gamepad or something Bluetooth? I'm using this right here. This is the Sega Saturn Pro Controller by Retrobit, and it came out, I guess, a year or 2 ago. You've got thumbsticks on there, which is unusual for a Sega Saturn pad because it used to be just one analog stick, but they gave you 2. So you can use this as a Bluetooth controller on a couple of different systems. But if you want to check it out for yourself, I do have a link in the description of this live stream right now. There's a couple different places that you can buy it too. I knew somebody was going to ask that question at some point, this being a Sega Saturn video. But it's great, man. I really do enjoy this controller because it's a little thicker than the actual Sega Saturn controller, so it really fits in the hands really nicely. But everything is there, and they've given you some dual triggers. There, you got the triggers and the buttons, which is great. And I really can't recommend it enough because it feels great. It's rechargeable, Bluetooth. It's a hell of a controller, and this is the only one that I use now for playing Sega Saturn, which is really cool. Brandon Abel, Sega Saturn. Somehow thought there was only Dreamcast and Genesis. We just had that conversation a minute ago. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how so many people, especially in America, just have no freaking idea that the Saturn existed at all. And I'm one of those people too. Got a copy from Japan, worth collecting if you can. I would love to. I would love to get I would love to get a copy of this game because it's so awesome, you know. And I know we were talking about repros earlier, whether or not those are worth it. I would like to get a repro of this just because I want the support to go to the team that put in all this work, because this girl that's talking right now, I mean, this game came out, what, 1990 something? This was recorded in like 2018 or something like that. It wasn't that long ago. They hired a voice acting team and everything for this English translation project, which is just insane for a Sega Saturn game that isn't that popular. But it's probably my favorite Sega Saturn game. I love Liquid Kids, though, man. The first game that I played in this live stream. I love that game. That's one of my favorite arcade games. It just also happens to have a perfect Saturn port. But this one is just super impressive, man. Can't get enough of it. And I want to beat it at some point. It's just that last level, man. It gets ridiculously hard. Boom. He dead. He's a done Tom Turkey.
I salute you.
Thank you. All right. Oh, yes. But
Please select this.
in other news, I'm going to go ahead and put that link. Oops. I do have a Discord channel. I have a Discord. So, if you would like to join, you can do so. We just hang out. I do a lot of gaming in there, and I'll be doing some gaming in there later this evening if you would like to join. And we've got a lot of chat rooms in there on all sorts of different topics where we talk about, you know, stuff like this, the controllers and stuff, and the mods. And anytime I do anything video game related, whether it's a modification or what, I'm posting about it in the Discord. So I just put a link in the description, not the description, but the chat for my Discord channel. If you're into any of this stuff, you should definitely join it, man, because we got a lot of like-minded individuals in there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's try this stage 2. It's another just destroy the target situation levels. But this game, I can't remember how many. I think there's like 8 stages or something like that. But it's a really unique game. So if I wanted to, particularly this level, I think I could stay on the ground the entire time and just run around. But you see that meter on the left there? That's charging up my boom boom ball. So when it's not charged up, I'm shooting, right? But I can let it charge up. Oh, tank. And shoot more boom boom ball. Alright, let's speed up, get out of here. Excuse me. Dello, whoever you are, I saw that you just joined the Discord. Appreciate that. Oh, golly. Oh, this is terrible. I'm gonna die. That was a stupid thing for me to do.
To the right. Straight ahead. Nearing target. Straight ahead. To the right.
Okay, I'm getting out of here.
We're all right.
We're alright. I'm glad to hear that. I just want to destroy this damn thing, please. You like that? You like those screams? I guess she's in the mech with me. I don't know. I can only assume.
To the rear.
I don't know why else she would be screaming.
To the left. To the rear. Straight ahead. Ah! Nearing target. Straight ahead. To the rear.
I'm a little bit bit lower on health than I would like to be at this point.
Wow! Target destroyed. Remaining 2 targets. Shield
Okay.
recovered. To the right. Straight ahead.
Speed up a little bit. Let's go on out of here.
Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Nearing target. Straight ahead.
But you see all those transparencies and stuff? Like that's definitely a Saturn thing.
Straight ahead.
And a lot of times it's the reason why
Nearing target. Straight ahead.
people don't like the Saturn, because like the transparencies are a dithered mess. But for a game like this, it just freaking works. I don't know what it is,
1 target.
but the visuals on this game are like stunning.
To the right. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Nearing target. Straight ahead. Target destroyed.
And I like that you don't crash into structures either, because that would be infuriating. It's boss time, baby.
To the right.
Got his little butterfly scorpion chicken.
To the left. Straight ahead.
Ouchie.
To the right. To the left. Straight ahead. Straight ahead.
Trying to save up my juice so I can lock on to this thing.
To the right.
Gotcha. Need more juice. Speed up a little bit.
Straight ahead.
You dead. You dead.
Just 1 more push.
Just one more push. Just push it out, please. One more solid push.
Straight ahead. Straight ahead.
Gotcha. Oh, you got you a Lilo and Stitch Walmart ad, huh? Well, that's good.
I salute you.
I don't know how I feel about all these Disney remakes and stuff, dude. I'm very fond of Lilo and Stitch, though. That was a great movie when I was a kid. I never thought to myself, I need to see it in live action. Or The Lion King, you know? I never thought I want to see that in live action. Because lions are real, you know, and that's cool. But the Stitch is not real. It's supposed to be in the cartoon. That's why cartoons are a thing. Is to show you things that can't happen in real life. For the most part. I mean, think about cartoons in general. I mean, there are so many. I always am struggling with this. That video games have become such a mainstream thing. And that it's a lot like animation or, you know, cartoons or art. You know, think about art as a concept. It could be anything you want it to be. It doesn't have to be real. It could be real. It could be an augmented reality type of thing too. But the most popular form of video game and the most popular character is an Italian plumber created by Japanese people, which blows my mind. You would think it'd be like like why didn't Spyro the Dragon become the world's most popular video game character? I don't know. I guess people just tend to enjoy the realism, kind of, in that character of Mario. He's just trying to save his girl, man. He's just a good dude trying to save his girl from a monster. And they've been doing that for almost 50 years. Anywho, this was a really fun live stream. I really need to get back into doing this again. I would like to do it every Sunday. It just doesn't work out that way because I do tend to do some more YouTube stuff on Sundays. But I can show you what I've got on this table right here, possibly. I'm doing some deep cleaning on some old school consoles. I just finished cleaning up the Super Nintendo as well as the N64. So I've been really busy doing that sort of stuff for a while. But I would love to get back on every Sunday night if I could. It's just I don't want to promise something and not be able to follow through on it, you know what I mean? But this is a lot of fun, and I saw that in just over in like 1 minute and 40 seconds, over an hour, I've had 53 people stop by. So that's cool. And I would like to continue streaming, but it's my boy Matt's birthday as well as the Sega Saturn's birthday. So we're going to jump in the Discord and probably play some first-person shooter situation, something like that. But you guys are more than welcome to join us in that Discord. We're going to hop in there very shortly. I appreciate you guys checking out the live stream, and I appreciate you guys being a subscriber. Really means a lot. We're working our way on up, man. I'm almost at 6,000 subscribers now, which is really cool. And I'm super excited about this new video series that I'm going to be pushing out. Hopefully very soon. I'm just waiting on one thing. I've got it edited. It's put together. I worked really hard on it, but I've got a logo. I hired a graphic designer to do a new logo for this new YouTube series that's going to focus primarily on controllers, stuff like this. You know, stuff that's really really cool, highlighting some really crazy and unique controllers. So, and that first episode, thanks, is going to be. Just for watching this video, I'll let you know what it is. I appreciate you guys sticking around. It's going to be on the Sega Dreamcast arcade stick, which is one of the coolest controllers for any home system ever. And I put a lot of hard work into it. There's going to be gameplay footage. There's going to be the talking segment. We're going to show gameplay. And there's a special guest on there as well. I'm super excited to push that video out, but I'm just waiting on the logo. But you can't rush these things. So the video should be out on Friday, but if it's not, you'll know why. But I really appreciate you guys sticking around, and I'll try to do this again next time. Put a comment in the comment section below what you think we should do for the next live stream. Thanks for watching. And Brandon, to answer your question, I have played a little bit of Crash Bandicoot, but I was more of a Spyro the Dragon guy growing up, and Legend of Dragoon, Final Fantasy VIII, and Pong. That's the extent of my childhood on the original Sony PlayStation. Anyways, thanks guys. I really appreciate you. Join the Discord. Check that link. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll catch you guys at the next live stream. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.